from. I want to ask you a question. Who's coaching you? Who's asking you the tough questions? Who's telling you, man, you're the common denominator to all of your issues and challenges? Who's telling you, man, all day long you become the magnetic pulse that attracts to you both good and bad? I want to be your life coach. I want to be the one that cheers you on to the finish line. I want to be the one that you ask the tough questions. And it doesn't mean that I have all the answers, but that means that you have a partner, someone who believes in you, not the you see right now, but the you can't imagine, the you that you are to become, the you are destined to be. I always say we both need the positive and the negative. It's not enough to have the knowledge of the matter, but we must have the wisdom as well. For wisdom settles it. And that's what I want to offer you as you join me on the Coach's Corner. I want to offer you the wisdom of the matter. Maybe it might be relationships, talking about our campaigns for more, for life, the dark room of our subconscious, our spiritual journey. Whatever it is, I want to be there to encourage you, to build you, to challenge you, to cheer you on to the finish line. I'm qualified to do this. Why? Because I'm you. What's going on? Welcome to another show. My name is Marcus Salette. This is the Coach's Corner, and as surely as I approach the microphone, I admit that I have my set of personal and professional issues. Yes, I do. Life coach doesn't mean I know everything, but it also means that I have some scars. And on those scars, y'all call them tattoos, we call them scars. All right? That's from the journey of life. Those are my wisdom marks, and I trust that as I show you my wisdom marks, I will be able to earn the right to speak into your life. Yes, sir, I'm here once again. Thank you so very much for following us on Twitter, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube subscribers. I see that climbing up. Organically so. Thank you so very much. Spreaker, thank you so much. Blog Talk Radio, thank you so much. I saw some new subscribers over there on iTunes. Thank you so very much. Search SIBN Television and Radio on iTunes in the podcasting section over there. Thank you for those that are listening on the website 415-96radio.com. I want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get to work. Well, let's get right to it, man. Enough hoodlism is our topic today. I know you was like, what in the heck is he talking about now? You know, but hoodlism. It's a word. It's just when you take on all hood characteristics. I mean, come on. You can't live your life in complete hood theology. You got to grow up. We global now. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, DJ. DJ on it today. Okay? We can't live our lives in complete hood theology. Your hood is not the only place where everything goes down. You see what I'm saying? We are a global connectivity type of environment, community, culture now. You say one thing wrong online, it's on there forever. Unless you have some high friends in high places and a whole lot of money to get it off. There's a way to get some things off. But what I'm saying is, we got a lot of hood theology that we have not given up. You see what I'm saying? For instance, here's hood theology. I know this gonna shock some of y'all to hear me say this, but every time something go down, it's not racism in that person. You know what I'm saying? Every time something go down, it's not racism within that person, though the institution of racism have preset certain cursor situations We got to stop accusing individuals who really have a great heart and a great track record of helping multiple variety of cultures. We got to stop blaming them for being racist. That's an example of hoodlumism. Okay? Hoodlumism. That's an example of hood theology. When you got to blame everybody as a racist, label everything moving as that cockroach is a racist, the fly is a racist. You see what I'm saying? No, but the institution of racism, which has not died, has set precursors, and the dominoes fall where the design was planned. I need some help. Something pushed me right there. Okay? And so we got hood theology in all areas of our lives. You know, I mean, for another example, you know, bitches and hoes. I mean, we got to get past this. Now we got European musicians and artists calling African American women and white women bitches and hoes, and now we got the women calling each other bitches and hoes. This is hood theology. That's what it is. It's vulgarity at its worst, and intellectualism has taken a back seat. And so I don't know about you, and it sounds culturally cool, you know, but I can promise you, our women are not female dogs. I need some help. And they may engage in activity that may rise our suspicion, but we cannot, because a few loose cannons are running around in the neighborhood, we can't label everybody as a hoe. Now we talking hoodlumism today. I'll take a small break. I'll be right back. We talking hood theology, you know what I'm saying? What do you believe that you thought was reserved just for your hood? You know what I'm saying? We got to take a step back and realize that now you are global. I mean, if villages across the globe that have no running water, that have no television or running electricity for television, things of this nature, that have no consistent, because they don't have electricity, lighting, no sewage system, barely have an irrigation system. I'm talking about even people of color, mountain folks, tribal folks, but yet they can go and they can find a way to take land and plant, harvest, work the fields, build mud pie homes. I need some help. Something's pushing me right there. And then find a way to, watch this now, get on the internet. They travel miles to get on the internet in a cafe in town, miles away from nowhere. And then they get on there to sell, watch that, sell their harvested fruits, harvested vegetables. I'm talking about somebody that's poured and pulled and can be, okay? They can sell their fruit, their vegetables, even jewelry. And they also not only sell their items online, but they also request loans from reputable organizations that they may go back to the place we as Americans would call nowhere. No electricity, no this, no that, no bus, no nothing, but pure nature and beauty and simplicity. I'm just saying, if they can come clean and understand how global we are, what is wrong with us? And I'm not just talking to African Americans while y'all tripping. I'm talking to all of our culture in today's society. I'm talking about even grown folks talking about nigga this and nigga that. You ain't even earned the right to call me a nigga. If you supposed to be cool and down, you ain't even earned that right. Now we just then got over 50 years of fighting for white folks saying it, and now we done adopted that as our mantra. That's hoodlumism. That's what the hell that is. You see what I'm saying? We can't afford this kind of psychology. You know, these ideology of our hood has taken us over the edge, and we have crossed the boundaries, and we have forgotten our heritage at best. I gotta take a break. I'll be back. Yeah, that's part of my heritage right there. Yeah, a lot of folks don't even want to admit that black folks ain't even black. We something mixed with everything. If you find you a pure African American, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard. We got some of Europe, some of Spain, some of Italy, some of. Let me calm down. That's what I'm saying. We're global. We are global people. All of us are. All of us are global. What the hell? This hood theology. And here's another hood theology point of reference. You got to be smoking weed every 5 minutes. What the hell is that? Well, I just got to take it easy, bro. You know, I can't be under a whole lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? When I hit this weed, man, it's, you know, I just feel like I'm lighter than feathers, man, and I can have anything I want, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no stress and all that, you know what I'm saying, bruh? Dude, man, you wagged out, man. You wagged out. Who, what, man, look, what was you created for, man? To float on the cloud and feel like a feather? Bruh, I mean, come on, you got to do better than that. Now, and I mean, look, I ain't against y'all smoking weed. I ain't against y'all calling each other niggas, bitches, and hoes. What I'm saying to y'all is that all of these characteristics is under hoodlumism. This is all under a hood theology. You've been buying into a mindset. Now, listen, while you tripping and subscribing to the mindset of a hoodlum, don't forget now, there are parts that you have subscribed to that you don't acknowledge exist. I need some help. You see what I'm saying? For instance, now how double triple dare you step up to the microphone at the open mic tonight and want to talk about women and how this and that, and you want to speak and spout about your daughter and how precious and all that, when you just spent the last 5 years of your life calling everybody that you can a bitch and everybody that you can a hoe. You see what I'm saying? And then you want to turn around now and expect your little girl to get the same respect. Karma gonna be a mother. You see what I'm saying? When it come back around and hit you in the head, you're gonna be like, damn, I didn't even know it was like that. Yes, I'm trying to tell you, hoodlumism will kick your behind a decade later, because you ain't thinking. All of our women are queens, black, red, and white. They're all queens. Yes, they may do things that don't, represent a queen's kingdom, a king's kingdom. But I promise you, we need to get rid of this vulgarity in our culture where we call each other by names that are not recognized, calling us by names that paint another disguise. They don't elevate. They don't really lift us up. They ridicule and put us down. You see what I'm saying? That is HUD. Because you ain't been nowhere, you ain't had nothing, and so you spent your life trying to impress somebody with how and much potential you have, with the vulgarity of your speech. And it's hood. It's straight hood. And some of y'all that got degrees still hood. Grow up. It's enough. You're global now. And if folks, I tell you what, if we didn't have running water, we didn't have electricity, if we didn't have 2 cars in the driveway, 3 studios to go to, you know what I'm saying, 4 and 4 kids, baby and them, you know what I'm saying, clubs to hit at night. See, we spoiled in America. That's DJ, change that, because my mood is changing. We spoiled in America. That's the problem. We spoiled. We spoiled. We spoiled. We done forgot. Blood is still being shed in the streets while you playing and calling people bitches and hoes. Blood is in the streets while you playing church and going and talking about your bishop and your apostle. And yet you come and you run around with a culture that calls people out of their names. This is hood theology. And while you saying praise God and I'm blessed and highly favored, you got a whole culture that has brought itself down to the ground. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting how we act. This is hood. This is straight hood. We are blessed. Yes, we are blessed. In America, we are blessed. We got running water. We got electricity. A lot of us are living in houses. No, we got our issues. We got our problem. We got our homeless. We got our destitute. We got our, you know what I'm saying? But we are blessed. And all we can come up with is bitch and hoe and nigga, my nigga. Now we got these laws now. Let's go a step further. Hoodlumism. Hoodlumism. Okay? A step further. Now we want to pass laws and make weed legal. Listen, maybe we should have done that long ago, because if you're going to smoke it, you're going to smoke it. But I'm going to tell you what. You want to open up Pandora's box? You pass some laws. Because the first person that can handle it doesn't guarantee the second person can. You want to open up Pandora's box? Pass laws we can all smoke weed and see what the hell you get. Hoodlumism. Hood theology. What you picked up on the streets. What you picked up on the street corners that are really blessed street corners, because I can tell you about some street corners, you know what I'm saying, around the world that have nothing. No street lights, no stray dogs, no stray trash. Just ain't got enough. You feed yourself by the latest kill that you made. I need some help. Your water is drunk from the brook. Your canoe is made out of materials from the trees. Your home is made out of plant and tree material. I need some help. Your pots and your burnings are made with stone. See, you thought you was blessed? Yeah, you blessed. Blessed to leave hood theology behind you. Oh, let's go a little deep further. We got another thing in culture where the girls tolerate guys hitting on them. Violence is cool now. What the hell? When the hell violence became cool? Hoodlumism. Hoodlumism. Oh, bitch, bam, and you smack her. And that's supposed to be cool. Ain't nothing damn ass cool about that, because when you have your little girl, guess what? She might be cute for the first few years, and then here comes some little rowdy little punk that's gonna reproduce everything you done sent out there. Karma gonna be a mother when it come back around and smack you up inside your head. Yeah, let your buddy listen to this one right here. Hoodlumism. Yeah, your hood theology. DJ, I don't know what you playing me, but you need to get rid of that crap. I don't want to hear that soft crap. Please. You know what I'm saying? For real. We're talking about some serious stuff right here. Y'all know I be playing with my DJ, just trying to, keep him on lock. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Hoodlumism. Here's another hoodie point for you. Hoodie points. Okay? Going to church every Sunday and knowing you ain't improving your life. You ain't no more of a blessing to anybody else than you was in man on the moon. You know why? Because there ain't nowhere in the Bible where it says you got to go to church every Sunday. That is a Western doctrine that has made us worse. If you read the Bible for real, in the Gospels, it'll tell you that the Pharisees were religious about what they did every week, and they went around the world making people worse than they were. We're supposed to have fellowship, yes. Maybe it could be, once every few weeks, once a month or something. But we got this church culture that we done built that is now also our hood safety net. Yeah, but you don't want to get me talking about church. I've been this thing a long time when it comes to church, so I could tell you the pits and, okay, I could really go with you. Pastors putting their wives in mental hospitals so they can stay with their mistresses. Just recently heard of a pastor who started an investment. What the hell are you doing starting an investment company for you to get your members to invest, and you already didn't beat them up with the tithes and offering message? I need some help right there. That's a conflict of interest right there. That's hoodie. That's straight hood. Brought up on charges and folk didn't have their money. Reportedly, he gave all the money back. You know what I'm saying? That's hood though. That's straight hood. If you're gonna preach the word, preach the word. If you're gonna have a pulpit, have members come. Hey, if anything, you should have been giving money away. You should have been giving money away, not creating where they can invest. Teach them how to invest. Tell them to go to betterinvesting.org. That's where I go to get my investment points. But it's hood. It's hood to mix certain things in the pulpit and then expect it to be no consequences, because that's a conflict of interest. There's a lot of hood stuff that's going on. You know, I just mentioned just a few of them. It seems like education is going hood. You pay all this money. You pay all this money for this education, and then you can't get no job. I'm gonna tell you something. Now, y'all white friends, excuse me for a second, okay? Because I'm about ready to go rowdy up in here, okay? These jobs that they post online, and these jobs they post in the paper, and these jobs they talk about at the job fairs is full of BS, okay? White folks know where the jobs is. You know why? Because they talk to one another. They get to know one another. They go out with one another. And they got the last point, that something that you could take from the hood that's good in your global affair, in your global journey, they got each other's back. Hispanics got each other's back. You ain't gonna see too many Hispanics unless they standing on the corner where Home Depot is or something like that. You're not gonna see them standing, or you're not gonna see them unemployed, because they got each other's back. You're going to all them job fairs. You're looking at putting all your information out there on them websites, career websites. Why don't you get on LinkedIn and build a relationship? Why don't you go somewhere and volunteer some dang on where? Why don't you go shake some hands? Why don't you dress up and go shake hands? Why don't you dress up and go volunteer? Why don't you dress up and go to the mixer instead of going to the club? I need some help. Y'all don't want to go with me. I'm just about ready to get out of here, because y'all don't. No. That's hood. That's why we unemployed. And then on top of that, why don't you write a business plan and start a business? You see what I'm saying? We got all these reasons why we can't work. What? And I ain't hating on my brothers that's been released from prison. Let me tell you, because I worked in that field. See, 10 years I worked in the after release community programs for those being released from prison. So I could say a whole lot about that, but I ain't got the time, baby. Take a small break. Be right back. Yeah, man, I could say a whole lot about that pre-release, and oh man, Hoodlumism is when you take the stuff that you learn from the streets and you go too far. You cross the boundaries, man. You cross the line. You cross the line, man. You got it. You global now, man. All of us, man. It don't matter whether you like it or not, understand it or not, man. We all global now. You got Czechoslovakian friends. You got Italian friends. Come on, now, you might not speak the language. That's all good in time. In time, maybe you can take Italian up, whatever, Spanish, whatever you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if they have language stuff online where you could just learn, and cultural sentences to connect with your friends in Italy, to connect with your friends in Australia. You're global now, so grow up. Take advantage of the opportunities. When you shift your mind from hoodie to global, you're going to come into greater opportunities. You're going to meet greater people. You see, but if you stay in the hood too long, you're going to die there. No expansion. The expansion goes for so far. Even T.I. pulls his pants up. I need some help. You know what I'm saying? He know what to do to get in certain doors. When we go back to the club, he know what to do to please the people. And we can't be people pleasers 24/7. We got to know how to get in them doors. And to get in them doors, you got to let go of some of that hood theology. You got to upgrade. Oh, Lord have mercy. I could go further. The sex thing is hoodie. Every time you have an urge to have sex, don't mean you got to have it. Because then one day you're going to want to get married. And your wife may not be available. And you're going to go out and you're going to cheat and you're going to lose your wife. You're going to lose your home. You're going to lose your cars. Your kids are going to be mad at you. I'm just going to calm the hell down and talk to you like I just smoked some weed. Then maybe you'll understand. You can't screw everything you want and everything you see. You got to practice some kind of discipline. Take a break and let that sink in. Now, you know I'm a coach, so stop tripping. Stop tripping. My job is to get you to the finish line. I ain't here to pamper. I don't give a damn if I'm popular anymore. You can like it on Facebook. You can hate it on Twitter. I really wouldn't care. Because you know what? The truth don't need no defending. We too hood. And then you want to hate and call the other one that's having opportunities and open doors over here racist, while you sitting over there playing hood, you know what I'm saying, stuck on yourself. You could be giving your kids greater exposure. You see what I'm saying? The poverty in America is the richness of the world. Everybody wants to come here. Let me go to America and just be poor as hell, and I'll be rich according to where a lot of people live around the world. I need some help. So I'm the coach. Every now and then I bring it straight intellectual, you know what I'm saying, where you can be able to, we can go toe for toe, you know what I'm saying, Socrates, you know what I'm saying, Aristotle, you know what I'm saying, but every now and then we got to go back and make some corrections. Self-correct. Correct yourself before you wreck yourself. Stop acting like you all that. Stop trying to be cool. You global. Global is cool. Look at the economy. If something happened in Europe, it affects America. Look at America. If something happens in America, it affects Europe. We all connected now. And we are our brother's keeper. So I need you to stand up, pull your pants up, I need you to go ahead and put a glove on it when you go out there and be playing around, sowing your wild oats and everything, and so you won't come back with AIDS. And then I'm looking for you to grow up and become something. I'm looking for you to purchase land. I'm looking for you to buy a house instead of renting a house. I need some help. In my lake community, too many renters. Why? Because you still got hood ways. You ain't thinking. You can't think straight when you straight hood. All you want to do is chill. I got to get the hell off the air because I can't take it. You wasting your precious potential. You wasting your precious time. Your kids now you grooming another generation for the same BS that you done poured out, and we can't have that. The coach got to speak up. Now look, I had a right to remain silent, but I refused it. You see what I'm saying? I had a right to sit down and say nothing, but I turned it away. Why? Because I care. And I know you don't get a lot of points for caring. You don't get a lot of points for loving. You don't get a lot of points for coaching, but it is what it is. Be right back for closing word. All right, you guys, I had to calm down. I just had to calm down. Just went in. I just went in. I went in. I'm so sorry. When I think about the global aspect, man, we could be so much more powerful. You got 13 and 14-year-olds starting businesses and everything like that. Man, come on. We got to step it up. Got grown folks out here walking around with their pants down. What you doing? You smoking so much weed you can't wash dishes. What you doing? You done had sex with so many partners. When's the last time you had yourself tested? You ain't even you ain't got enough guts to go get tested. You want to be cool, go get tested. Some of y'all already got some of you ain't taking your meds, ain't putting on your ointment. I'm just making some self-corrections right here. Come on, Hoodlumism. Hey, we global, man. I gotta go. Till next time, whatever you do, tune in if you can. If you can't, I'll understand. This the coach.